why you hate your job, and how to find one you love. Oftentimes we do what we do because it's what we've always done. I started working in social media when I was 14 years old, and it was awesome. It was an amazing opportunity. I started making reels and TikToks and all that good stuff, and it has gotten me in some incredible rooms with some amazing people. It was so wonderful because it was a mixture of my love for connection, like with people all around the world, and my love for content creation and filmmaking. I really loved it until I didn't. I recently figured out that I'm in a job that I hated and doing what I didn't want to do. I found that I was straying away from the things that I really wanted to do because I was scared, because I was anxious that it wasn't going to work out or that I wasn't as good as somebody else that was doing it, until I popped the bubble and discovered that all of that is a total lie. So I want to share this with you because I'm Lexi. I'm a life enthusiast, as I have dubbed myself. And my whole goal, my whole purpose is to build the most incredible life, and I want everybody else to do it as well. So I'm going to share my little secrets, my life lessons as I go. I am no professional. I don't think anybody is, but that's the point of all of this. We're helping each other to grow and learn. So let's get into some actual practices that you can do to help you figure that out. Number one, there's a Japanese principle, I believe, that's called Ikigai. I hope I'm not butchering that. It's spelled like that. Basically, it's where 4 different components of who you are overlap. It's what you love, what you're really great at, what the world needs more of, and what someone would be willing to pay you for. Ta-da! So it's where those 4 categories overlap in the center. That is the money spot. Recently, I discovered that 90% of my time is spent doing things that don't align with those principles. They either aren't making me money, they're not inspiring me, they're not what I love to do, or they're busy work that makes me money doing something that I hate. Something that also pulled me away from doing what I really wanted to do was this idea of competition, that the market was already saturated, that somebody else is already doing it and somebody else will always be better at it than I am. And then it just struck me the other day. If someone's like, oh, I want to be a singer, and they're like, there's already other singers. What do you mean? What do you mean? Your voice, your talent, your stage presence, your energy, whatever it is, if the songs that you write, the words that you say is always going to be so unique to somebody else that you could really resonate with a different person. Like you could resonate with a new audience or a new person that needs to hear your message and your story. I think this idea of like, oh, it's already saturated, somebody's already in the role, they're better than you, is just BS. Like, I just think it's BS. Because we are divinely created creatures. We are literally from God. We go before this earth and after this earth. We all have a unique purpose, as unique as our fingerprints. And we're put into this like man-made world, this material world where we're told you're a cog in a machine, clock in, clock out. Like this idea that we are all replaceable gears in a machine is just completely bonkers. It is 100% 180 of what's true. In reality, you have such a divine, unique purpose. Only you can fulfill it. No one before you in the history of time, no one after you. It's only you. So I've been so pushed away from this idea of like what I really wanted to do because other people are already doing it, and or I'm too late to the game, or I missed the wave. I missed the wave of opportunity. That's BS. That's BS. Me living right now is my wave of opportunity. The second I die, it's over. You always have a chance to get going on what you actually want to do, what you're meant to do. So I am going to reintroduce myself. Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm a life enthusiast. I want to spread the message of building an incredible life to you so that we can all have extraordinary, fantastic lives. And I'm doing it through the medium of YouTube, which is what I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, and I just didn't think that I could. Like, I just thought that the hamster wheel was too much, keeping up with the production of content creation. But then I realized that when I push myself for content creation, when I'm always creating, like it's just a natural process for me that it's gonna happen. Either I do it and exercise it and put it out into the world, or I just keep it locked in here forever. And what a shame, like what a disservice to humanity if we all kept our incredible ideas to ourselves. And I'm not saying that all of my ideas are incredible. I'm just saying how sad if we were to withhold our talents and our true nature from the world. Something else I realized literally last week, it just struck me. If you feel like you're counting down the hours to the end of your day, you are not living the way that you're supposed to. Holy cow. You should not be living like that. We should never be living like that. That means just inherently that we are not doing what we were put on this earth to do. We all have such a unique purpose and work on this earth that we don't have a second to spare. We have so much to get done. We were divinely created for an amazing purpose. If you are sitting at a desk job that you hate, punching numbers that you hate, in a routine that you hate, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Now, I'm not dogging on the 9 to 5, and I'm not dogging on crunching numbers. For somebody, that's their flow state. And that is the goal. I've heard it termed that way before, but I kind of just dub it that. The flow state to me is like when you are in your state of being where you are at pace, you are rocking it, the creativity is flowing, you are so present that the rest of the world like melts away. Think of like an Olympic swimmer. It's a good chance that their flow state is swimming. That's why they got there. They spent so much of their life in the pool because that's their flow state. That's when the rest of the world and their worries melts away and they can just be in their body, in their life, doing what they love, creating, moving, all that good stuff. Everybody has a different flow state. For a big group of us, it might be content creation like this, but it's always gonna be unique and distinct to that person. Leaning into your flow state is the best thing that you can do for yourself. And it might be like, oh, like I can't get paid for it right now, or like, I don't know what if I'm not gonna be good, what if there's sort of the market's oversaturated, blah, 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 blah. All that talk is exactly what's holding you back from the life that you want. There is an overlap, I promise you. There is an overlap of the thing that you are inherently born for, that you love to do, that puts you in a flow state, that will pay you. It will make you money, it will provide for your life. In this day and age, we kind of live in like inverse world or upside down world where we try to check the boxes of like achieving a beautiful life without doing like the deeper inner work. We work from the outside in instead of the inside out. So we just say like, oh, let's go to college and get a big, student loan and degree in this thing so that I can make this money so that then I can build this house and then have a fulfilling life, rather than what if I discover myself, do what I love, get in my flow state, find this overlap where people will pay for what I am born and meant to do, and then achieve money, and then build this beautiful life. Like, we invert so many things that we're also lost. I love working with people one-on-one, just talking with them, moving this, like shattering their glass ceilings of what they believe possible for their life, moving the roadblocks that are holding them back from pursuing what they want to pursue. Something that I'm really grateful for was, all growing up, my parents said, you can do anything you want to do. And I want you to know, if you didn't have that, this is me telling you, you can do anything you want to do. The hardest part is figuring it out. Like, the point of this video is I want you to do the inner work. I want you to do the deeper work and experiment, try things, look inside and say, does this make me happy? Does this put me in a flow state? Does this ignite me or diffuse me? And the more you practice that, the more you go about your day-to-day and realize, does this ignite me or does it diffuse me? You'll start to learn what should stay in your life and what should go. So I woke up, I realized this is not what I want to be doing with my life, and I sent in my resignation letter. Like, it was so terrifying. It was so scary. I ripped that Band-Aid off, and suddenly, the second I sent it, relief, freedom. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do what I love, what I was put on this earth for, and it's gonna pay me. And I will have food in my mouth and a roof over my head somehow, some way. It's gonna work out because I'm doing it the right way. If you take anything away from this video, let it be that you are infinitely worth something. I really hope that you'll start to ask yourself those deeper questions and figuring out, what is it that I was born for? What am I made for? What do I really want to do? And I hope that when the time comes, you will be strong enough to take that leap of faith, because it requires a leap of faith. And I hope you know that when you take the leap of faith, you will soar. Now, I'm not like professionally certified or whatever else, but I am quite a fan of building a beautiful, fulfilling life and shattering glass ceilings on what you believe that you can achieve in this life. So, as a non-professional, if you are interested and need someone to walk through that journey with you, email me. Let's talk, let's chat, let's see if it's a good fit. I would love to be your mentor and walk through this life with you. If you would give me the privilege of letting me practice and letting us figure it out together, I would be so honored. So, thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far, you are incredible. Remember that you are just divine, and I love you. Mwah. Love.
Lexi.